Road trip! Good morning and welcome to Adventure Clan channel. Folks, today we have an interesting episode. We're gonna explore the largest and oldest Neolithic site in Britain, possibly even Europe. We're gonna see a pyramid older than the Egypt pyramids. We're gonna see a 5,000-year-old tomb and the biggest stone circle in Europe. They have a village inside, so stay tuned. Does a dog poop in the field? Yes, it does. Good job, Noah. This is it, Silbury Hill, the tallest man-made structure in Neolithic Europe. It's about 30 meters high and it's all made of earth from around it. You can see around there are plain fields and it really stands out. Nice pair of swans. So people still don't know why the ancient Britons built this. They have various theories, but none of it is proven. Certainly it's not a tomb because they did LiDAR scans and everything and there aren't bodies inside. The very interesting thing is that they didn't have stone tools when they built it. So no stone, metal tools. They only use the deer antlers and stone tools, which is very impressive. Furthermore, oh Noah has the zoom in. Hey. Furthermore, this area was the tribes which lived in this area were very warlike. So this must have had some spiritual significance to them, because a lot of tribes had to gather and work together to build this. 3 seasons out of the year, which is autumn, winter and spring. If they're particularly wet, the hill has a natural motte and bailey surrounded by water. Maybe, I don't think if it's been done on purpose, but it's very nice. It looks very nice. Climbing the hill, it's forbidden because it erodes very quickly. So yeah, nobody knows why they built it. During the Romans and the Saxon age, they used to build, there was a fort on top, a lookout fort. Did I tell you that Noah is the speed? Yeah. She doesn't care about my history stories. So yeah, it was used as a lookout point during the Roman, Saxon and Norman era, and possibly during the Iron Age it was the same, used as a hill fort. There are thousands of hill forts around the southern England dating back to Iron Age era, when the tribes around were very warlike. At some point during the 1800s they did made a cut in the hill to excavate and check what's inside, but they, apart from some antler tools, they didn't find anything, and it only made the erosion to go faster. So now they're not studying it, and access on it is not allowed. But yeah, what an impressive thing. It's around 5,000 years old, which it makes it older than some of the Egypt pyramids. Very impressive. Hi Kami. I'm wondering how old is the bridge. They say building this hill took around 5 million man-hours of work. And they didn't even have an extensive culture around here, you know. The climate was harsh, they were busy growing food and hunting. They were just a step further from being hunter-gatherers, so this was a massive community undertaking. On the south side of the hill there's a very busy road, the old London to Bath road. It's been built by the Romans, but most probably it was already in place, used by ancient Britons. It's one of the few remaining oldest roads in the UK, right along Deer Way and Watling Street. Now we're leaving Silbury Hill behind, and we're gonna go check out one of the oldest, if not the oldest, burial grounds in Europe. Very interesting. Ah! The cheetah is running. Go Noah, go Noah, go Noah. Hey buddy. All of these monuments, like the Silbury Hill and the West Kennet Barrow, even the Stone Circle, they're on private property, but there are laws, right of way for the public to access them, and the landlords made paths and you can access them without any issue. The climb to the barrow, it's a pretty long one and a pretty windy one. We're surrounded by fields of wheat. Someone is hunting over there. We've heard multiple shots. I don't know what they could be hunting this time of year. So we're coming close now to West Kennet Long Barrow, which is almost 5,000 years old, more than 5,000 years old. It's been built in 3,900 BC. It's apart from being a burial chamber, it was also a place for ritual and sacrifices. They believe they worshipped the gods of fertility around here, and inside it they found 5 chambers with 48 bodies. Here's a visual representation of how they could have built them. Impressive work, considering there aren't any stone quarries around. All these fields around are clay, so they must have the closest spot where they could quarry stones is east of here, near the city of Marlborough, Savernake Forest. They presume that's where they got the sarsen stones, and they also presume that's the spot where the Stonehenge stones were quarried. We're gonna check out the inside of the burial tomb. This was closed off, but during the Saxon time they opened it up and they pillaged it. So all these chambers, they found bones in them. There are 5 chambers. Ooh. Ooh, pretty creepy. I think this could make a really nice survival shelter, but I doubt someone wants to sleep in.
I mean, I guess people have done it.
So they built this thing by stacking stones and then covering them with earth, isn't it? Tommy.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a massive effort. Obviously now they have a concrete roof, but they used to have large sarsen stones. We're on top of the Long Barrow now. Over there you can see Silbury Hill. Over that small hill is the Avebury Stone Circle. If you spot those patches of trees in the middle of the fields, all those are ancient burial grounds, barrows, and they've been left like that so the farmers don't disturb them. As you can see, even this one is in the middle of a field and they plow so close to it. They've destroyed a lot of archaeological evidence. At least they didn't destroy this one, which was close to happen. As I said, during the Christian time, people considered these places to be pagan and mystical and charged with dark energy, so they pillaged and they destroyed them as much as they could. They took the stones, toppled them, they repurposed them. Only in the last 100 years they tried to rebuild them and restore them so people can visit. There are a few more burial grounds around, like this one, maybe a bit smaller. It's just they're not accessible to public. They're on private land somewhere around these hills. Just this one is the most famous one and the most visited. Guys, if you want to visit these places, just make sure you bring wellies. Wellies as in British English for rubber boots. The access around here is very muddy. Just have a look, because you're mostly on agricultural land and farmers use their tractors to go around. Come, be careful. It's a slippery slope. Very nice clear water river. I don't have my fishing rod with me. Wow, it's so nice, but it's cold though. Very nice thatched house or cottage. They look very nice. Even though it's a place of national interest and it gets a lot of visitors, the walking infrastructure is basically non-existent. Either it's a muddy, swampy trail, or you have to walk on roads, which is a bit stressful because everybody drives very fast. So yeah, you have to be very careful. I'm walking on asphalt. Ooh, I'm walking on asphalt. Ooh, and I don't like it. Yeah, all those trees over there, they're beach trees and their burial mound. But obviously you would have to be a chieftain or an important person in the tribe to be buried over there. There's a big murder of crows over there on the field, but I don't know what they're doing. They're planning something suspicious. See it? Catch. Good girl. Noah has been very well behaved this trip so far. Here in front we have it's called the Avenue. It's a processional route which takes you to the stone circle. When it was built, it had around 100 stones in it, and apparently it's aligned with some of the moon phases. We're gonna check it out. So there are 2 rows of massive stones taking you to the stone circle. People would come from here and they would make their ceremonial procession. It has a pear growing out of it. I doubt this is ancient. Yeah, very big stones.
I wonder how they carry them.
Well, they used logs, sleds, ropes, and to lift them up they dug a hole and they lift them up with they put one end in the hole and they lifted them up with a pulley system. Is there treasure inside? So initially this avenue had 100 standing stones. Just during the Christian times people toppled them and repurposed them for farm use or whatever. And I think there are only around 35 or 40 ones left. Yeah. These concrete pillars represent missing stones. Cutie pie, cutie pie, he's the cutest dog. The avenue is intersected by the road. We were gonna take the path, but as you see the road just goes straight through it. That's one ancient stone, that's one missing stone. So yeah, the path would have gone straight through here, but they built the road. They didn't care. We here at Adventure Clan, we are big rock music fans, and we're also amateur geologists, so hugging a stone, an ancient stone, is only fair, isn't it? We're coming to the end of the avenue. We can spot the village. So that whole village, it's inside the stone circle. Another hug deserving stone. The last stone of the avenue. Behind those trees, the Europe's largest Neolithic stone circle begins. It's another interesting design of farm gate. So those were the stone circles. That's a smaller circle inside the big one. This is the henge, the ditch and the bank which protected the stone circle. It must have been a massive undertaking. Remember guys, they only used antlers and stone tools. I mean, I think they barely had the wheel, isn't it? Massive stones. Those are ones standing over there. This is another circle inside. This spot has had a religious and spiritual significance. They put a lot of effort into building it, and it also had a cosmic alignment. The largest stone around has 100 tons. Just so you know, the largest stone at Stonehenge, which is the other famous stone circle, only has 40 tons. A lot of the stones were toppled and buried by early Christians. They did that to diminish the site's importance for pagans. But in the last 20-30 years, paganism has made a really big comeback in the UK under the form of the Wiccan religion. And these are gathering spots for pagans, winter solstice, summer solstice, equinox, and these natural markings of the year. These are a few of the houses which lay inside the stone circle. There's also a church built by the Saxons. They used to do that in these pagan places to ward off bad energy and put the Christian print on it. There's also a really nice pub in the middle of the village.
There's a pub.
The Red Lion, but you need to book in advance, with a few days in advance, because people who visit here, they book the restaurant and they do their whole trip around the time they have the meal booked. Not us though. It's our second time here and we couldn't find a place in that restaurant. It's a bit steep. We're gonna have to cross the henge. Wow. Just check out the root system of these trees. Wow. Oh, they're like snakes. These are beech trees. Wow. You see, this recently the pagans celebrated the winter solstice. They've left all kinds of offerings here. Wow, these trees are very nice. So the diameter of this stone circle is 331 meters, making it the largest Neolithic structure in Europe. It was built 6,000 years ago, and inside the big circle they had smaller circles for all kinds of ceremonies and things. In the 1800s, the last man to try and topple a stone got killed. The stone fell on him, and people took that as a sign and they stopped destroying the circle. I think this is the largest one, the 100-ton stone. Wow, what a difficult job I imagine was to bring them here. This one seems to be the tallest one. And they're in the garden of someone. There's the pub right there. This is the priest's house, and behind it is it's a small church.
Better hang this one.
Kami, you charge yourself with a lot of ancient energy today. Oh, that henge is so huge. Initially the village was only inside the circle, and they were using the hedge as a protective stockade. Later on, during the Saxons, they expanded. It's a nice gift shop here. And this is what looks like a Viking Great Hall. It's a thatched building. Nice eating area. Hounds. This is a nice wooden thatched barn. It looks like a great Viking hall. There's the Santa with the reindeers and a sled. Oh, very nice. It smells of old wood. Very nice. We've been walking for almost 2 hours now. I think it's time for a snack. We have some fruit, some tea, nice toasted sandwiches, some meal for Noah. Dear Noah, are you happy Kami's coming back? Yeah, she's coming. It's really her. Go. She's always so happy when we come back, even if we're gone for 30 seconds. Nice toasted sandwiches with some salami And here Noah has the beef roast left over from yesterday. And there's a nice hot tea. Make sure you eat your veggies, Noah. I just want to mention this sandwich and give credit to Kami for making them. So good. Mine is a chorizo, cheese and some green things. Kami has a German salami. Delicious. The tea, ginger and lemongrass. Lovely. It's 80 degrees outside. Yeah, we need a hot tea. You have something?
You.
I have. It's okay, I'm keeping it for later. Noah is finishing her peas. We had a lovely snack and we're just gonna explore the village a little bit. Was this a manger for Jesus? Coming.
Maybe.
There's an archaeology museum over here. If you want to check it out, we can't because they know we're with Noah, so we can't get in. There's the Avebury Manor and Garden. The same, we can't because we're with Noah. But we're gonna check out the church grounds and the cemetery and a few quiet streets. St. James's Church. Apparently it's a Saxon church. Looks very old. Old tombs. This is from 1800s.
1849.
Edward and Elizabeth Pumphrey, age 35. Wow, imagine that was the average age there back then.
If you want to go inside, I think it's open. Very nice old smell inside. The churchyard is so nice as well. Green, lush green. They used to make the English longbows out of yew.
is the Rose Cottage. Apparently it has a name. Very nice thatched roof cottage. The old vicarage. I think that's where the priest lived, isn't it, Cami?
It is, yeah.
This is how a path through the village looks like, between properties. So this is the Stone Circle, this is the village inside, that's the pub we missed. The henge. Yeah, very nice. It sure is worth a visit. Yeah, just so you get the gist of how many people come here. The parking lot is full. We're gonna drive for 2 minutes and go have lunch at the pub, because a road trip without a pub visit is nothing. A very nice old pub, wagon and horses, just outside Avebury. Ooh. Messy burger and fish and chips. How's your fish coming? My burger is very messy. And Noah is very tired. Thank you. Bye. Oh, that meal was so nice, and the place cozy and warm, but we have a bit of driving to do, so we're gonna get to the car. See you shortly. Oh, this is the roadside view of Silbury Hill. We're gonna go past it right now. In all its glory. Well guys, we're home safe and tired. It was a pretty long day, but an amazing adventure. If you enjoyed watching as much as we enjoyed walking, please click subscribe. I'm trying to put up new videos every Saturday morning. So I'll see you next time. Bye.